Okay, so the idea is to talk about a classification of premature ventricular contracture, meaning that there are contracture from the ventricle from some area in the ventricle from focal area that cause electrical signal that cause those premature ventricular contractions. So the idea here is to talk about the Lown classification, how PVCs can be classified based on how they present on the ECG. So there are some classification from, you can say 0 is none, but from 1 to 5, and 4 has two options, A and B. So those are the classification. You can see how it changes. We start with no PVCs for 0. Let's not include it in the classification, but Lown class 1 classification means that there are occasionally single PVC, no couplets, no triplets, no R on T, no, just occasional PVC. And when I'm talking about occasional, when we're talking about, for example, Holter ECG, we're talking less than 30 per hour, less than 30 per hour. Here's the PVC. You see the more broad complex. Again, it's just simulation, so it's not accurate, but you can see the PVC, which is much more broad because it's coming from the ventricle. The QRS is much more broad, and the axis can be totally different. Here is the PVC again. Occasional PVC less than 30 per hour. This is the definition, or less than 1 per minute. This is another definition for this. Okay, so this is the Lown class 1. It's considered usually, you cannot conclude from the Lown classification about management because it depends on if there are structural heart disease, if it's post-MI, what is the condition of the heart, maybe electrophysiological study, but usually Lown class 1 and 2 are the more benign ones, especially in structural normal heart. Okay, so we are going to the Lown class 2 classification. That means more frequent. You can see here one, you can see here one, you can see here one, you can see another one here. More here one, another one. More frequent PVCs. Now the PVC should not be on the T, otherwise it's going to be R on T phenomena, which is Lown class 5. So the PVC is just much more frequent without couplet, without triplet. Namely, the PVC, they don't come one after the other. They are different in time, but they are more frequent, as you can see right over here. The next one is multifocal PVC. Namely, they are from different focals. They are more dangerous from this Lown grade and above. It's much more, let's call it dangerous for being a ventricular tachycardia or becoming a ventricular fibrillation. So you can see that the structure and the morphology of the PVC changes with time. It's multiform of PVCs. Again, more dangerous than Lown class 1 and 2, considered much more dangerous for becoming VT/VF. This is the Lown class 3 multifocal PVCs. Now, couplets is when the PVC one come after the other, namely two PVC, one after the other. Here it is. Another one you will see just in a minute, probably. And again, this is more concerning. Here it is, more concerning than Lown class 3. It's for A for couplets, because 4B is for short runs, namely 3 consecutive of PVCs. You will see them right over here. Here it is. This is a short run of ventricular tachycardia. Sustained ventricular tachycardia should be more than 30 seconds, but here you can see 3 consecutive PVCs, much more concerning for becoming ventricular tachycardia or let's call it sustained ventricular tachycardia or ventricular fibrillation. So no class 4B, triplet of PVCs, short runs of ventricular tachycardia. The last one and the most dangerous one is the R on T phenomena. You can see here the PVC is on the T wave. Now, when it's on the T wave, some of the cardiac myocytes are repolarized, some not. Some of the cardiac cells are repolarized, some not. It can create areas of electricity that can cause ventricular tachycardia and fibrillation. This is the most dangerous type of PVC. You can see here, this PVC is on the T wave, and it's the most dangerous one. It's the R-on-T phenomena. It's the most dangerous type of PVCs. This is Lown grade 5, very dangerous. So this is it. This was about occasional PVC, less than 30 per hour or less than 1 per minute, frequent, more than 1 per minute or more than 30 per hour. That doesn't have the characteristic of the others. Multifocal, multiform PVCs, couplet, triplet, which is ventricular tachycardia, non-sustained, and R-on-T phenomena, the most dangerous one. This was about the Lown classification for PVCs. Thank you very much. Again, today you cannot conclude usually totally the management of the patient based on the Lown classification. You need another things like what is the electrophysiological study if you want, what is the echo, what is if there is a scar tissue from MRI, what is the condition of the heart, what is the ejection fraction and everything. But this is a classification for PVC, an important one. Thank you very much. And I think that's it for now.